All right, Aaron, welcome in Ryan Tringer for your Class A Pro recording. Let's see what's happening here. So arm position, solid, nice job. V's of the grip, good, nice job. All right, let's look at the path and the face here. What do we got? Okay, first one, the face is good, not enough inside out. This one, you got inside out too much. Face was close. Remember, we want the path 2 to 5 right and the face 1 to 2 left. This time the path was left instead of to the inside out. Remember, face was open. Then this one, the path was decent, but you didn't supinate. The face was open. Okay, so remember, there's a specific path and face that you're trying to get. Look, it's over here, right? Remember, the club path. What is it? What do we want it to be?
2 to 5 degrees to the right.
Yeah. And then the face is supposed to be 1 to 2 left. You see what I'm saying? So that you're trying to go out to the right of the target and you're trying to supinate your hand to get the face angle in the right spot. Are you with me? Okay. And so I would say keep here. I'm going to send that to you also. This picture of the path and the face. So you remember that is the goal. Because it's like the whole reason that people get um, flight monitors is to try to get those numbers. That's like the whole reason. Like that's the reason. If you're trying to get your numbers, because they found that the best players in the world, on average, do that. So that's what we try to copy.
See your boy, Morikawa. He's from out here. He's from
I know.
Carolina.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So one of my friends, pro friends, Rick Sessinghouse is his coach. I've known Rick since 2007. So it's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, like when I see Rick, it's so funny. Like this is Rick Sessinghouse, this guy here. Um, this guy.
That's his trainer.
Yeah, look, there he is.
Wow.
So I've known Rick for a long time, and it's funny because whenever I see Rick, he always says hi to me. We always say hi to each other. Nice guy, good dude. He's a coach like me. It's so funny. Like he does what he told me, what he did with Colin a lot, which was why he thinks Colin got so good. Is he did lots of playing lessons with Colin, and so it's funny because like when he said that, I was like, oh, that's so funny because that's how I get my students really good. Is I get these on course time over time. He said that he would go to Chevy Chase Country Club, which I forget what that is, what city. It's up there somewhere, and and he would go out in the course with him, and he would have him play different spots on the course, like he would be like, all right, today we're going to start on hole 1T, but we're going to play to the 18th green. So like he wouldn't, it'd be like, wait, what are you talking about? There's trees in the way. And he's like, yeah, but how are you gonna make par? Like he would have him, like he'd be on the fourth tee box playing to the seventh green and stuff like that. Like now you can't do that in a normal scenario, but that's the thing. He had full access to that course, and that's what they would do. And he said sometimes he would, they'd be in a scenario where he would hit a shot, you know, and then as soon as he hit the shot, he'd say, "Well, what would you have done differently?" And he's like, "Well, maybe I should have used a 7 instead of a 6," or, it's kind of like what we talk about when we play. It's similar idea. So he did a lot of playing sessions, and it's funny because this came up when I was at the PGA show, and because they were telling a story about this, and I was like, yeah, I was like, well, that's why I play with people because like by playing with them, I can help them out there, which is the whole thing, where yeah, yeah, where lots of coaches they don't. They only do this indoor or they only go to the range and they never golf with their people. You know what I mean? And so yeah.
That kid is really good, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's what he did a lot of. He did a lot of playing with him. Yeah.
We're gonna play a whole nother. You're gonna tee it off here, but you're gonna play this hole.
Isn't that crazy? I know. When he told me that, I was like, whoa. But to do that, they were there at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon when no one's there, and they could just do whatever the heck they wanted. Yeah, but he had them doing all kinds of interesting stuff like that. All right, let's take a look and see here. Here we go. Straight back is okay. That part we like. So we got the straight back. Yeah, see how your head's dipping forward? So that's why you're catching it fat. You know how you said you're hitting the ground early? Because you're tipping forward here. You with me? Now here's the good news. You're not swaying your hips so much, you're coiling better, and your back's turned more. So you actually traded one for the other. Meaning, like, I know we were working on the coil, right? Because remember, you weren't turning your body. So now you're coiling, but you're tipping forward. Are you with me? So that's what's going on, man. Okay, and then let's see here as you come down where the club travels. Okay, yeah. So then you're coming over top though. Look at the swing plane. So remember, the swing path every time is supposed to be straight back and inside out pathway. Are you with me? You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't have to show you. Yeah. And then now here at this moment, you kind of recovered. And then look, you can see you left the face open. You never squared the face. So basically, in this video, what you'd want to do better right away is make sure when you're taking it straight back and coiling that you don't fall forward. And then in your downswing, remember it's inside out supinate. We're trying to go out to the right and we're trying to supinate. The inside out pathway. Remember the inside out path is this picture on the left. You see it? Where's the club going? Yeah, inside out path. Are you with me? Okay, let me send you that too. Okay, so let's immediately make some progress on those ideas. That would make a big difference. Okay, let me see.